It's me again, and this is part 2 of my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon. So anyway, continuing what I said before, so like after the movie, or actually no, during the time when the Autobots get back, Optimus Prime is leading all the Autobots, and there's the Wreckers. Everyone's there, and they're basically fighting for control for Chicago and stopping Sentinel Prime and Megatron. Now, also for the Wreckers. Now, for all you people out there that thought the Wreckers were going to be, hillbilly NASCAR fanatics, all kind of, that racial stereotype, they're not. They're absolutely not. They're nothing like the twins. And for the twins, too, they were not even in this movie. So if you think that you saw them in the movie at the beginning where they were coming in the hangar, well, that kind of counts that they're in the movie, sort of, but not really. So the twins are not in the movie whatsoever. They are not. Michael Bay officially got rid of those guys. But as for the Wreckers, they are not NASCAR fanatics, not any like Texas hillbilly accents they have. They actually have British, Irish accents or something. I'm thinking it's a cross between Australian and Irish. But they were really fun characters. The one of them mostly had the most dialogue out of the three was Leadfoot. Leadfoot had probably the most dialogue out of the three, and then Roadbuster too. He had some dialogue, which was pretty nice. Topspin barely had any lines in the movie. He kind of did just a little bit, but I didn't really notice it until when I don't know. I don't think he really talked that much, but yeah, the Wreckers kicked ass. They went from robot mode to vehicle mode. They tore up Decepticons limb by limb. Literally, they did. They were just fantastic. Just freaking amazing. So yeah, there's like a huge battle. Sam's trying to get into this tower where Carly's being held captive by her boss. And, Laserbeak is the security guard. Like, he's in there. Like, he's just watching. He's in disguise. Laserbeak throughout the movie, he took on many different disguise forms. He took on a form of a photocopier, a TV screen, and other things too. Like he can transform into anything that he wants, and that's pretty cool too. Same example, Brains. He turned into a laptop to get easy access to network. So he was like a hacking computer. So that was pretty nice. Wheelie and Brains, they were a great duo. They were really funny. I had no problem with them. Wheelie's character in this movie was a little better than Revenge of the Fallen from 2 years ago. So yeah, but anyway. So Sergeant Epps and Lennox and his team are in the building trying to secure the area, and Shockwave sends in. Shockwave comes with the Dweller at the same time, and the Dweller goes in the building and he rips the building apart, like just smashes everything, killing people. Somehow Sam and the others, they survive the crash when the building falls over another building. And then Prime comes, and he has his armor on. I mean, we don't see it, really don't see it, but unfortunately we don't see him transform into his winged power mode or whatever. But he basically destroys the Dweller, like he just pwns him, if you will. And yeah, there was a lot of battle scenes and stuff. Now, the thing I'm going to say right now, I am very disappointed in Shockwave. I didn't say in my other part of my review, but Shockwave was a big disappointment to me. He was. He just was. I thought this guy was going to be the main villain in the film, and he really wasn't at all. At all. I mean, as soon as they said Sentinel Prime was going to be the main villain in Megatron, well, obviously, they were going to be. I said to myself, no way. No way. Shockwave is not going to be close to anything that has anything to do with the plot itself. Shockwave just stands there. He just is shooting his gun, and, he speaks in Cybertronian. He had no English dialogue. I mean, whoever was the, voice actor for this character, he really didn't get a lot of lines. I mean, I could have sworn he said Optimus Prime at the beginning of the movie, like I said before in my other part. But yeah, so he's with the other Decepticons, tearing shit up, and he's just standing there. And Lennox team comes in, he throws the parachute on him, and he's like distracted. They're shooting at him, and the Autobots are held captive. They're You know, they can't fight back, otherwise they'll get killed. But they're gonna execute them anyway. So yeah, Q dies by Soundwave. Soundwave shoots him in the chest and shoots off his head. Bumblebee gets sad, and when Optimus Prime shoots the rest of the Decepticons, the Autobots are free, and they they go on a rampage and they just shoot everybody, and it was just fantastic. That was just pretty good. That scene was also epic as well. But yeah, getting to the other part, like I was saying, so Optimus comes down, and as you see in the trailer, he's with his power pack or whatever. So he's just shooting Decepticons left and right. He's slicing through them with his sword, and then he gets to Shockwave. He has his brass knuckles that comes out of his arms. That looked pretty sick, and he just punches Shockwave through his chest, and he just basically kills him and rips out his eye, I think, or his eye was just loose. I don't know. But Shockwave dies. Like I thought he was supposed to be the main villain, and he was just killed off that easily. Like, for me, honestly, Shockwave was just a big disappointment. That's just the only thing that kind of really disappointed me in the film. Just Shockwave, just the way he was built up and all for nothing. He barely talked in the movie. You can just hear him talk in Cybertronian language, and you didn't even know what the hell he was saying. But whatever. Now I'm going to get to the favorite part of what I liked in the film, and that is when Optimus Prime confronts Sentinel Prime and they fight. This was pretty epic. I mean, it was Prime versus Prime, and it was just out of control. Optimus Prime, he has a new weapon. He has an axe. He just freaking fights Sentinel Prime, and he's winning the battle kind of. But then Sentinel Prime's more stronger, obviously, so he has a shield and he has a double-edged sword, and he just pwns the crap out of Prime. He chops off his arm, and Prime, it looks like he was going to die. But then Carly confronts Megatron, and, he basically tells him, like, you're doing this for the wrong reasons. Like, basically, Sentinel Prime's using you. I mean, you're the almighty Megatron. Why are you taking orders from a Prime? You're a Decepticon, right? So that's what Carly's trying to tell to Megatron. And Megatron's all like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be taking orders from this guy. So it's just about as Sentinel Prime's about to kill Optimus, Megatron steps in and shoots him in the chest, and it just goes from there. And freaking, it's like a triple threat match, basically. And it's just, wow, it's just great. Like, the visuals is just fantastic. The fight scenes, everything. And, and basically, Optimus Prime basically kills them both. He first kills Megatron. He uses his axe and he rips off his spine out of his head, and Megatron dies. And then when Sentinel Prime's taking his last breath and he's dying himself, Optimus says to him, "You know what, Sentinel Prime, you betrayed yourself," and stuff like that. Like, that's what basically he says, something like, because Sentinel Prime was desperately trying to get Cybertron rebuilt. And this movie was a great homage as well to two Transformers G1 episodes, The Ultimate Doom and Megatron's Master Plan. That's what I think they were really great homages to. Ultimate Doom and Megatron's Master Plan. So it was a great reference to that in the movie. So also, like, yeah, maybe the most funniest part in the movie was Sam being confronted by the guy who was in Hangover Part 2 in the washroom. Everyone was laughing at that scene because it was just so funny. And then Sam's boss comes in, and then he just sees the whole thing. So yeah, that was like overall the most funniest part in the movie and stuff. But but anyway, I don't know. Also too, at the end of the movie was kind of, at the end of it, it was kind of rushed. Like, it just, Optimus quickly gives out a speech and stuff about their alliance with the humans and stuff like that, and it says keep faith intact, and how he gives that speech, Optimus, every time at the end of the movie. That's what he does in this one too. But overall, this movie was great, and I really hope you people go see it tomorrow as soon as possible. I don't know. I think my review on this is quite biased, but I am a fan of Transformers. What can I say? But yeah, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. That's my rating. So anyway, thanks for watching my review on Transformers: Dark of the Moon, the movie review, and I'll see you next time. Take care.